A huge hurdle when you're creating content online for yourself, for your business, when you're trying to level up is getting past the cringe. Hi, I'm Content Kent. I've been making videos online for 25 years. We're on day 8 of our content sprint for small businesses and marketing managers on how to become your own best influencer in 2024. So cringe, let's talk about it. You're never going to not feel that you're messing up. Ira Glass calls it like the gap, right? Like where you know you want to be better at creation, but you don't know how to get there. You don't know the execution steps. And the problem is there's really no shortcut to that. There's always a vulnerability there. You have to put yourself out there in order for that message to be received. That's a scary place to be. It's also a scary place to be when you know that your execution is there's something left to be desired, right? The good news is TikTok, social media in 2024 is not necessarily about fully polished, about being 1,000% professional. It's about being honest, unique, and out there. And so if you can do that for yourself, if you can really put that above the worry about the polish, and then you can execute on that and get better and learn and learn and learn, that continuous volume of output and improvement, that's really going to be the thing that takes you to the level that you're excited about. We always tend to judge each other by someone else's success, right? Like we look at Marquis Brownlee, who's got millions and millions of subscribers, followers, whatever, massive content business. But, he famously said that his first 100 videos were to 84 people. We can see other people that are in our areas of expertise, our niches, and see them seemingly succeeding when we're struggling. But that's judging people's outsides by our insides, right? We really want to be what we perceive others to be, but we don't know what's going on with them. We don't know how long that they've been doing it, even though like we can say like, well, yeah, they started their podcast 8 years ago. Well, they started it 8 years ago and they've incrementally grown year after year after year after year. There was a fascinating episode that just came out of the Acquired podcast. The Acquired podcast is a business podcast that has had a moment in 2023. And they talk about that. Like they've went from 250,000 listens per episode to 500,000. And they thought that that was impossible. Well, they've had a mainstream success, right? And like they've been doing it for 8 years and they've been consistently putting out better and better content. And if we want to see that level of success, we have to do similar things, right? We have to be consistent. We have to put ourselves out there and be that consistent presence and that consistent curiosity. So you're striving and you're growing and you're really putting value into yourself, into your community, into your content. And if you're not doing that, like it's it's really going to be fits and starts, and you're really just trying to buy a Powerball ticket every once in a while, like when it hits $1 billion, which I do. I know that that's not a winning strategy. I know that it is a shot in the dark, but I also know occasionally, sometimes it works, right? And occasionally, content sometimes goes viral, but more often than not, luck is when you're prepared for it. Luck is when you're being there consistently. Luck is because you are participating in the marketplace of ideas. You're ready to go. Getting back to the cringe thesis. At the beginning, it is always cringe, 1,000% cringe, 100% cringe, 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 cringe. But will you get over that? Will you survive? And that's a you question, right? Like, is that within you to get past that sort of self-consciousness every single time that you're out there creating and trying something new? Because like ultimately that's what it comes down to is like, do you have that capacity to do that? Do you want your business to succeed? If you are out there and you're consistent and you're honestly communicating and you're trying to become the best person and the best company that you can possibly be, like that is going to eventually happen for you. That doesn't mean that there's no cost associated with it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't feel weird and wrong and different and difficult. You have to kind of embrace that. And so